we've noticed the heating bill in our home is a little bit higher. As a homeowner, what things can I do to help bring that cost down on a monthly basis?
Okay, so what I would suggest is that the most inexpensive method of probably to try to help you out with that would be, first of all, I would check the weather stripping around windows and doors.
Right,
Fairly
okay.
simple. Also, you can check the insulation in the attic, because upgrading the insulation in the attic is probably the cheapest method of upgrading your insulation, and it's the easiest place to access. Of course,
right.
you can't get into your walls or anything like that, other than maybe adding it on the outside.
Yes.
But for an attic, real simple, you can just blow or lay more insulation over top.
Okay.
So if your heat bills are fairly high, those would be the two most important areas that I would probably go to.
So in the attic, I've had insulation up there. I've lived in my house, let's say over 5 years or more, 10 years. My insulation has been fine. Checking it now, would I be required to?
Well, actually, what some insulations, like cellulose insulation or weather shield, does settle over time.
Okay.
So over the years, you may have had quite a bit of settlement in the insulation. The other thing is that a lot of times the wind will blow into the attic through the soffits and sometimes blow out the insulation. So you actually have pockets of insulation that are missing.
I see, okay.
They actually show up very, very good with an infrared camera, if you ever have access to an infrared camera on a good cold day. But usually just from a ladder in the attic looking down over the insulation, you can actually see any areas that are low or that have compressed, okay? So what you would do in that case it's fairly inexpensive to have a company contractor come out and just spray more insulation over the top.
Right, and therefore build up.
And that's a homeowner job as well. You can rent the hopper from any major hardware store, and you can purchase the insulation from them as well, and you can actually do it yourself as well.
Do it yourself as well as an option.
Yeah. Right. Be prepared though, or be careful. Make sure you don't plug up your soffits when you're upgrading your insulation. If you have a fiberglass bat type of insulation, you can actually just lay more bats over top of what you've got. And normally we actually go on a crisscross pattern. So if they've already laid it in one direction, you put yours over the opposite direction. Yeah.
But that would require me crawling into the attic.
Yeah. Wear a mask.
Very careful, putting on a mask and crawling to every segment of that. And if it's cold outside, then it's really cold in the attic. Or if it's hot outside, it's really hot.
You want to do it in the fall or spring. You definitely don't want to do it in the summer or the middle of winter.
Okay.
And remember also, you can't step on the drywall or anything. You must only step on the trusses.
Because you're coming through your ceiling.
Exactly.